everybody, how's it going? So I am here once again to test out the Mercury X against another beloved reverb, and tonight we have the Strymon Nightsky. Let's get this off for a second. We don't need any of that. A lot of switches here. So, alright, Strymon Nightsky. It is a time-warped reverberator. It is awesome, and there's a lot of really fun things that you can do with it. It's great for guitars, synths, all that good stuff. But really the same could be said about the Mercury X. I was messing around with the Strymon once the other night, and came across this setting, and I really liked it, so let me play it for you. I just really like the way that it goes. Like, what I mean is I like the way that it decays, and it's a nice long decay and all that good stuff. So I sought out to see, could I make the same setup on the Mercury X, and I came up with this. Close, right? But let's just check it out. Let's see what we think. Just a little bit. Here we go. The night sky, just a little. And right away I can tell there's some differences, as I usually can, because the beauty of all these different reverbs that we have that we've messed around with is, the Mercury X is a wonderful modular piece. So we can look at this and see some of the settings that we've got. Various reverbs that we've done, a nice plate reverb with a fifth up on the pitch in the reverb. Freeze dynamics, which kind of give it infinite hold. What else do we add in here? A polychroma pitch that actually does, I think it's like a whole octave up, or down, sorry. And I put a little bit of vibrato in the modulation. So you can do all those sorts of things with this, and you can mess them around, move them wherever you want in the signal chain. And not so with something like the Strymon here, the Night Sky. It's really more of a what you see is what you get. But what you see and what you get are intense and complex, and there's so much that you can do. So all the knobs and buttons here are what you're hearing, from the actual modulation, the speed, the depth, the shape, the actual depth of the reverb here, the length, the texture, the pitch and the size, the filters going on, the shimmer. And the shimmer on this guy here is going on the input, but it's also at a whole octave down. And one thing I really like real quick about the Night Sky is different knobs for your wet and dry, how much you wanted that, so the dry and the wet here. And we're not going to get into any of these buttons down here, which are really cool. But a little infinite switch that does it automatically. So on the Meris, I set this to also be an infinite switch. But let's listen to a couple more things. And I'm wondering if I'm hearing a totally different mix on this guy here. So let's set that up. What I just did was turned the mix to where I had it in the preset. Let's see if that makes a difference here. Yeah. So I think of this setting on the Mercury X, it's a little deeper of a sound. And maybe that's because on this night sky I'm hearing a bit of, it's almost like the higher pitch, the higher notes kind of bloom a little bit, so as the decay goes. Let's see, do we hear the same thing, or how does that particular element sound on the Mercury X here? Well, let's turn the high frequency a bit, see if that makes a difference. It keeps it there, a little bit better, yeah. Do you hear that modulation that kind of goes? Shallow, slow wave. Where are we with the same thing over here on the Mercury X? It's like a different wave from the same place. Well, let's just hear that. The kind of the percussive sounds of the strings being hit by a palm. Oh, there's some delay there. A little bit more so in this. Very interesting. All right, what do we have here? Let's try this. I like the way that decay is going. Let's try here on the night sky. Oh, okay, so you know what I just heard there is, I think like the lows on the night sky were a bit more. Let's see what this. Okay, let's hear this one again so I can. The lows kind of trail off a little bit faster than the highs. So what do you think? And of course you get massive sounds. So there you have it. You have two wonderful reverbs, and they sound totally similar, but they also have their own flavor. They have their own characteristic and their own texture. I really hope that what we did here maybe gave you some inspiration, maybe gave you some ideas of what you might be able to accomplish with your reverbs in the way that you play. Listening to the percussive attacks on the strings and how that sounds with the reverb, to the strums, to the picking of the finger picking, and all those different things. That my hope is that we learn something together, that we walk through this together. So thanks for being here. As always, I really appreciate your presence and being a part of this collaboration, this conversation. I invite you to like, subscribe, comment, support the channel, whatever you feel is appropriate, and we'll keep doing what we do. And I wish you the best. I wish you wellness and happiness and love and joy. Peace.